Hello everyone and welcome to our weekly YouMat podcast. Firstly, I would like to thank you for dedicating your time to listen to the Word of God. The theme for this week is Journey with the Risen Christ, and we will be journeying together to the village of Emmaus as we focus on the Gospel portion of Luke chapter 24, verses 13 to 35. In this Gospel portion, we learn about one of Jesus' appearances post-resurrection. We hear the account of two followers who on a journey together are sharing their sorrow as they look back on the resurrection. I now want each one of you listening to immerse yourself into the character of the followers and continue the walk to Emmaus. As they share their experience of this incident with one another, we can only imagine that darkness is not just around them, but darkness also runs through their lives, and their faces show no expressions. It is highlighted in verse 17, they stood still with sad faces. Likewise, maybe you are weighed down by personal brokenness, conflicts and darkness of the world. In Luke 24 we read that as these followers walk together, they talk about the suffering and crucifixion of Jesus, the loss of all hope, the strange account of the woman who entered the tomb and said that it's empty. They were deeply disappointed, but at least they're on a journey together, and they didn't walk alone. But there is more to this. They do not just journey with one another, but Jesus comes. Referring to verse 15, as they talked and discussed, Jesus himself drew near and walked along with them. We here see that Jesus intentionally comes and seeks them out and journeys with them. However, they don't recognize him. Verse 16, they saw him but somehow did not recognize him. As so often in our lives, Jesus is there. Even when we don't see or feel his presence, he is still there. This prompts us to reflect on our own facility of seeing. Let us take some time out and introspect. Do I have the power to recognize God? Do I have the time and patience to listen to God's call? For it is not our ability, but our availability that God wants. We will continue to face struggles and similar situations in our lives. But Jesus can change our perspective, so we return with a new trust and new hope. As we see, that is what happened to the followers. Jesus asks them, "What are you discussing?" This shows us that Jesus wants to know. First, Jesus listens to them. He gives them the space to share what's on their hearts and minds. And then, through scripture, Jesus gives them a new perspective on everything that had happened. And he invites the disciples to see that even his suffering on the cross is woven into God's plan of redemption. The word of God reframes their perspective, so they start to see everything in a new light. We then see that the followers are responsive towards Jesus. They invite him, they urge him, and we see that they really want Jesus to stay with them. "Stay with us, Jesus," they said. Sometimes we forget to respond. We bring to Jesus what's on our hearts and minds. We listen to his word, and then we are usually very busy collecting as much information as possible to take back with us, especially while listening to sermons. It's like stuffing more and more things into our bags without even taking the time out to look at what's actually in our bags and to organize it. Let us take a pause and think. When we listen to scriptures, is there a fire burning within us? Similar to the fire burning within the followers as they listen to Jesus. Do we have the burning fire? The eagerness to learn more about Christ? A desire for us to grow in faith? Let us get back to our journey. The followers invited Jesus as their guest. However, we see in Luke 24 that at the table, Jesus becomes the host as he takes the bread, gives thanks, and gives it to the followers. In the current times, we see the prestigious football club using the motto, "You will never walk alone." This gave players the hope. A hope that all is not lost. A hope that fans will continue to journey with the players. Likewise, the story points us towards journeying with the risen Christ. This risen Christ is the center and foundation of our journeys. He is alive today and walks with us in times of happiness and in times of sorrow. Not just in times of victory, but also in times of failure. This is the reality that brings us hope. As I conclude, let us be reminded that at the heart of the Emmaus story is an urging towards a deeper faith, an urge to recognize and discern, not just to see. Like the followers, we need to open our eyes to what is before us. Lord Jesus, I pray that we are able to not just see, but able to recognize you. I pray that you continue to walk and journey with each one of us today and during the days ahead.